But I apologise, it's so emotional being here. So I'm Michelle, I'm a mum to a 5-year-old son who has ARFID, Avoidant Restrictive Food Intake Disorder. And while I stand here proud of us all today for coming to stand together for eating disorders, my heart is absolutely breaking at how many people are suffering. Being a parent to a young child with ARFID is incredibly difficult. When your bundle of joy enters the world, you look forward to the stages of weaning, having ice creams along the beach, having family meals and a birthday cake. None of this has happened. Our son's feeding journey was never what we expected from the get-go. Weaning was a huge challenge. He hated the sensory aspect of food, hated anything on his hands, didn't like the feeling of anything wet. He had a huge avoidance to lumps and textures. From a very early age, he was under a paediatrician as he was very poorly at birth. So thankfully for us, we avoided the visits to the GP and saw a dietitian at around 18 months. But unfortunately was hit with that it's just fussy eating, it's just a phase, and he'll grow out of it. We were sent the typical fussy eating guidance and sent on our merry way. But even after absolutely everything, nothing was changing. In fact, it was just getting worse. In December 2022, he caught tonsillitis and unfortunately couldn't understand why his throat was hurting when he ate a wafer. This resulted in him dropping 8 foods and living off milk for 15 months and yogurt. It was when this happened that I knew it wasn't just fussy eating. I knew in my gut this was something else. During that period we moved house, and unfortunately this was when firsthand we experienced the postcode lottery. Our new house was only 5 minutes down the road, but unfortunately meant we was discharged from care because we had gone past the cut-off point. I can see the cut-off point from my son's bedroom window. On our final dietitian appointment, he said to us, "It wouldn't surprise me if your son has ARFID." I had absolutely no clue what he was talking about at this point, and this was when my journey of becoming a detective and a researcher began. I found out very quickly that there was no support. He was only 2.5 at the time, and our local CAMS would only diagnose from 8. I spent every hour of every day phoning whoever I could, countless visits to the GP, questioning why his care was never transferred. All I kept hearing was, there's a 2-year wait. As we all know, all eating disorders need early intervention, and for us, this never came. I had to get MPs involved, complain to everyone and anyone I knew, because my son deserved treatment, and I knew that any given moment, things could get worse. And they did. July last year, my son had emergency surgery on his appendix, which resulted in him dropping to just milk. His weight plummeted in a week, and unfortunately no one in that hospital knew what ARFID was. I had a 5-year-old on one arm extremely poorly, and on the other I had professionals telling me just to eat what I'd give him. He will be discharged, he'll eat eventually. This wasn't the case. My son, as only 3 weeks ago, has only just started to eat a packet of Skips, but that's only because after years and years of fighting, he's been accepted at the Evelina locally here in London, and because he never had early intervention, he's now being referred for a gastrostomy. I'm here today because this system is broken. Families like mine shouldn't have to face this hard to be heard. We shouldn't have to beg for support, chase referrals, and to be left to research and manage a serious condition on our own. Our children deserve better. They shouldn't be ignored or dismissed simply because they don't fit the typical eating disorder mould. ARFID is real, it is serious, and without proper recognition, the support, it can be life-threatening. Right now, there is no consistent national guidelines for ARFID, there is no clear treatment pathways, no joined-up care, and very little awareness among medical professionals. This leaves families in crisis, confused, isolated, and terrified. We're left to parent children through something we barely understand ourselves, and with little to no help. ARFID doesn't just affect the child, it affects the entire family. Parents are often left to blame, siblings feel left out, the emotional toll is enormous. We need support for the whole family unit. Practical support, emotional support, and professional guidance to help us manage this condition safely and with compassion. How many more families need to be pushed to breaking point before things change? We are here today to be the voices of those who can't speak up, and we are also here to remember those who should still be with us. Lucy is here today. She lost her beautiful son to ARFID. I don't want to say his name because he matters. What happened to her family should have never happened, and it shouldn't happen to anyone else. And it will unless something changes. We cannot keep saying it's just fussy eating. We cannot keep turning families away. ARFID is not a phase, it's not attention seeking, it's not bad parenting, it's complex, it's a serious eating disorder, and it needs to be treated like one. So I'm asking, for those in power, in policy, in healthcare, please listen to us parents. Believe us and act. We need early intervention, we need ARFID specific services, we need national guidance, training for professionals, and support that doesn't depend on your postcode. We need a system that catches these children before they form. Every child deserves the chance to eat safely. Every child deserves the chance to grow and thrive and to live. Thank you.